Hello first graders, welcome to new grammar rules. We're still on unit 4 and we are on week 4. So today unit 4, week 4, and the lesson for the grammar rules is see and saw. As you are aware, for this unit we're covering the verbs that they have a different forms from the present to the past. So the verbs that they don't have ed when you change them from the present to past, like when we covered the first week, was and were. So was for the singular and were for the plural. And then we covered has and have for the singular, but have for the singular, have for the plural. And we can use also have for I and you. And we also learned about go and do. Those also a regular verb. In the present tense we say go. In the past tense, I say went. In the present tense, we say do. In the past tense, we say did. So these verbs have irregular forms in either the plural or singular or past tense or present tense, such as has and have, and was and were, and go and do. All right. Today we're gonna have another irregular verb. Another verb that it have a different form when we write it from present to the past. See and saw. Use see when looking at something now. I see the bugs. You see the bugs. We see the bugs. They see the bugs. So if it's happening now, we use the verb see. Present tense, see. With a different spelling than the word sea, like salty water or where we swim. Then we use sees when he or she is looking now. So as you see, we didn't say he and she in the first examples. We said I see the bugs, you see the bugs, we see the bugs, they see the bugs. We use the same verb if it's singular and if it's plural. But as usual, we always have exception. He and she. We use sees. We add s. So use sees when he or she is looking now. So he sees the bugs or she sees the bugs. She sees the bugs or Joe sees the bugs. Joe can be replaced by he. All right. So this is with see. This is with see. Use saw to tell about looking in the past. Last week we saw the bugs. So for the past tense, we use the same word with all the nouns. So we say I saw, we saw, you saw, they saw, he saw, she saw. So when it's a past tense, we're using saw with all the subjects. All right, let's start our grammar rules. First exercise, A. Circle the verb that tells about the present. All right, you know the present, it's see. But if I see he or she, it's gonna be sees. So just keep your eyes on the rules up there. Blake sees, saw a small ant. I need the present tense. So I know saw is not going to be my choice. I have to choose see or sees. Blake is he. So he, like when I say Joe sees the bugs, or Blake sees. Very good. So what are you going to do? Circle the right word. So Blake sees a small ant. Remember, I'm still looking for present tense. I see or I sees a bug on a leaf. I see. Very good. So circle see. Number 3. Joe and Ted see or sees or saw some bees. Present tense, saw is not that option, so I have see or sees. I know Joe and Ted more than 2. So they use the word see, the verb see. So Joe and all right, let's go for B. Circle the verb that tells about the past tense. So past tense it's going to be always so. Doesn't matter what comes before, it's going to be so. So last week we saw a flea. Matt, one person, saw a white moth. Jess and Nan, more than one, saw a tan snail. So past tense is easy because it's only one way to write it, so. All right, let's turn the page and see page 92, the next exercise. We're still learning about see and so. All right. The verb see has different forms for the present. The verb see has different forms for the present tense and for the past tense. So see have a different way to say it when it's a present tense, and we use a different word when it's a past. So for the present, we use see or sees. See, I see, you see, they see, we see. Sees, he sees, she sees. Or if you have the name, like Sarah sees, or Mona sees, or Dane sees. Okay, for the past tense, we only have saw. Circle sentence that tell about the present. Underline the sentence that tell about the past. So if it's talking about present, telling you the present tense, we're gonna circle. And if it's talking about the past tense, I'm gonna underline. So circle present, underline past. All right, let's look for it. We see a frog on the pond. So this sentence is we see a frog on the pond. So it's present. Present means circle. So I'm gonna put the whole sentence in a circle. All right, number 2. The frog sees a small fly. The frog sees a small fly. Still present tense. So again, circle. We saw the frog snap the fly. We saw the frog snap the fly. So it's a past tense. Past tense means underline. So I'm gonna underline my sentence. So simple. Just pay attention. What do we need to do with which form? When it's present tense, we're gonna circle. When it's past tense, we're gonna underline. All right. Now the frog sees more bugs. I look here if I forgot. I know this is present tense. Sees, present tense. So present means circle. Very good. Do the bugs see the frog? Do the bugs see the frog? See the present, and also do from the previous lesson. It's present, so presence means circle. Number 6, the bugs saw the frog and flew away. The bugs saw the frog and flew away. So means past, and past underline. So number 6, I'm gonna underline. So the bugs saw the frog and flew away. Awesome. Okay, let's go for page 93 and do the next exercise. Still talking about see and saw. Okay. When you write the title of a book, you should underline it. I want to read Big Bad Bug. So this is a rule that we had it before, talking about the title of a book. So underline the title of the book. All right, the exercise says underline the title of a book in each sentence. So we're gonna read the sentence, and when we see the title of the book, we're gonna underline it. Remember, also the title of the book should be written in capital letter or capital letters, or first letter of each word in a capital letter, unless it's not important word. So let's see. Did you like to read The Small Snail? So The Small Snail, and I should underline it. That's the title of a book. Number 2, it's fun to read Pop and Frog. It's fun to read Pop and Frog. So this is my title of the book. All what you do, just underline it. Number 3, you can take Buzz the big bee to read. You can take Buzz the big bee to read. So Buzz the big bee, and we're gonna underline it. As we see, the first letter of every important word is in capital, but that's not important, so we don't need to put it in the capital letters. All right. Number 4, My Pal Sal is a good book. My Pal Sal is a good book. So that's the title of the book, and need to underline it. Number 5, I liked and time the best. I liked and time the best, and this is your title of the book. Again, as you see, the first letter of the word and is in a capital, the first letter of the word time is in a capital, the first time and time the best. This is only the title of the book. I liked and time the best. So this is the title of the book. Over here, My Pal Sal, so first letter in capital, first letter in Pal capital, first letter in Sal capital. Over here, Buzz the big bee, we said that wasn't important, so we don't put it in a capital letter, but we put the other words. Also, Pop and Frog, and was not important, it's not. To tell about the present. Use saw to tell about the past. Underline book title. So we're gonna do all the practice and the exercise we cover, all the rules that we cover for this lesson, we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna write see or sees or saw, and I'm gonna underline the book title. All right. I sees a tan bug. So sees is not the right way. I can say I see a tan bug, or I can say I saw a tan bug. So either or. For this sentence, I can write both. But sees is not the right one. I see a tan bug, or I saw a tan bug. Not all the sentence can have two options, but some of them can work with two options. All right. Last week, Mom see a snail on the ledge. Last week, that something happened. That's past. See is not the right verb. It should be saw. So I'm gonna write it down. Here, this is my mistake. This is the mistakes. Now, right. Last week, Mom saw, then you write the rest of the sentence. A snail on the ledge. Then put your ending for your sentence. Okay, number 3. I will read all about bugs to find out more. I will read all about bugs to find out more. So I have to see where are the mistakes here. All about bugs. This is the title of the book, so I need to write it and underline it. So I'm gonna circle it because they didn't put underline, and then I'm gonna write it right. I will read all about bugs, and then I'm going to underline it because it's a title, and continue my sentence to find out more and put the ending. All right, number 4. Did Jed sees an anthill? Did Jed sees an anthill? Very good. So did, because past tense, Jed capital letter C, and hell, then it's a question. I'm gonna put my question mark. Okay, number 5. I will get a new book, A Snail's Pail, today. That's my book title. So I need to underline it. So I'm gonna write it, circle it first, then write the whole sentence and underline the title. I will get every word start with the capital letters because it's important. Underline before you forget, and then continue the word. Continue the sentence and put your ending today. Very good. Okay, we have one more page, page 95. Okay. We have 2 parts for this question. We have A and B. First one, write see, sees, or saw to complete each sentence. So we have 5 sentences and we need to write either see, sees, or saw. Okay, so that's the first part. Let's read and choose. We know that see goes with I, you, they, we, and sees goes with he or she, and so for all the subject when it's past tense. All right, last week, so last week right away, past tense. Last week I saw a fake bug. Number 2, I said to Dad, let's blank if Tom will find out. Let's seize, see, or saw if Tom will find it. I said to Dad, let's see if Tom will find it. So see. Dad says he will blank it on his shelf. So Dad see, he will sew it on this shelf, or he will see it on this shelf. See it. Very good. Because it will happen. 4. The next day, Tom see the fake bug. Next day, or the next day, Tom saw the fake bug. The next day, Tom saw the fake bug. He jumped, then he said, you should blank this big bug. He jumped. Then he said, you should saw this big bug or see this big bug. Very good. You should see this big bug. All right. B. Write the sentence correctly. My best book is a good joke. So we know that the title here, a good joke, we need to make sure it's written in a capital letter and underline. So let's write it. Copy. My best book is a good joke. And then underline and put the right ending for the sentence. Okay, so today we learned about see and saw. We learned that I use see, you see, we see, they see. So this is the present tense. For he and she, their exception, they used sees. I add extra s. And then for the past tense, it's saw with all the words. So I saw, you saw, we saw, they saw, he saw, and she saw. All right. So that was another grammar rules for this week. Thank you, first graders. Bye-bye.